What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Kinstretch class brought to you by Stretch Effect. My name is Coach Luke, and I'll be taking you through today's 30-minute knee and ankle Kinstretch class. So the focus of today's class will really be focusing on the rotation of the knee and the ankle. So to demonstrate, I'm going to go into a seated position here. So we think about the knee as a hinging joint, which it does hinge, right? Of course, into flexion and extension. But we need to be able to have a knee that allows us to rotate at the knee. Right? When you think about the knee, not a lot of people think about or even know that the knee actually can rotate. So the example that I use is when say you're off doing like a trail run or a hike, or you're off just on unstable surfaces, your knee's not just going to go up and down, right? If the knee just went up and down, every time you stepped on something that was unstable, you collapse out of position, right? So the knee has to be able to step on a rock and go into some external rotation, or step off a curb and go into some internal rotation. We need to have the ability to rotate at the knee. And what happens a lot of times, you see people with like knee reconstruction or different knee pathologies, is that they can only flex and extend and they don't have the ability to rotate, right? Which then can leave them more susceptible to re-injury down the road. So this is something that I feel like a lot of people need to work on, and a lot of people have never been exposed to this before. So we're going to really be looking at knee cars and knee capsule cars. We'll be going to some deep ankle capsule cars, and then we'll just be doing some light tails and rails stretching today. Okay, so we're gonna go right into our cars. So back up just a little bit. I will be going into starting with knee capsule cars here. The knee capsule cars is really a good place to kind of get a good familiarity and build up some just awareness of the knee rotation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work my right knee in this case. My left knee can come under just like this for some balance. If you want to just let it kind of hang off to the side, you can do that as well. So I'm going to take my right arm under my right leg. Looks like you're going to put your femur in a headlock here, okay? So I'm hooking under, and then I'm just going to grab my left bicep with my right hand, and then this hand can either grab the top of my femur to make sure my femur's not rotating, or you can also grab your shin to guide your tibia, your shin bone, into internal external rotation. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll hook in here, pulling on that bicep, sit nice and tall, right? Grab the femur with your arm so everything else from here down is still, but from here up is still. From here down, we're going to be moving. Okay, so this arm holds that tibia, and then I'm just going to rotate out into external rotation. So in this case, my heel will stay on the floor for now. So I'm going to rotate my tibia out, and then I'm going to rotate the tibia in. You will get some ankle motion, but you want to imagine that you've got like a piece of tape holding your tibia and your ankle together. So as I rotate my tibia out, my ankle just rotates with it. As I rotate my tibia in, the ankle just rotates in that same direction. Okay, so this is something you can do too, is you can just use both hands to just pull internal, external rotation, keeping everything else on the body still. Let's just go two more. Internal, so feel that. External, feel that rotation there. One more internal rotation. One more external rotation. Okay, from here, that was our capsule car, so we can do that for multiple positions, which we will do. And then we're gonna go into a full car. Okay, so I'm gonna hook, grab. You can hold here if you have good awareness and good ability to rotate. You can just hook this arm here. If you want to use this forearm to kind of help for some of that rotation, you can do that as well. So we're just going to externally rotate. I'm going to extend my knee. I'm not going to go all the way up to the lockout, so I'm going to stop just short of that, because if I fully lock out, I won't be able to truly rotate my tibia. Okay, so I'm stopping short of that. This hand will guide internal rotation, and then I'm going to flex. As I flex, continue to try to internally rotate more. The more you flex your knee, the more rotation you're going to be able to have. This is why we started with capsule cars here. Okay, it's going to be a lot easier to rotate here than it is up here, which I'm sure you felt. Okay, so from there, rotate out one more time. Extend, internally rotate, flex. We're going to stay in now. Extend, externally rotate, flex, internally rotate, extend. And if you have the good control, here, externally rotate, continue to try to externally rotate more as you flex. Okay, from here, so we'll go back to center. we're gonna go up into that kind of 90-degree position. So not up here, kind of halfway up, and then we're just gonna work capsule cars from here. So externally rotate, internally rotate, externally rotate, internally rotate. We'll come up again, not to lock out. Maybe if you're good at geometry, maybe 135 degrees. From here, I'm gonna externally rotate, internally rotate, externally rotate, one more, internally rotate, stay internally rotated, and just flex down. Okay, so if we're internally rotate, that tibia faces in, externally rotate, tibia faces out. Very nice, let's go and switch. Left arm hooks, put in that headlock, right? Left arm grabs right bicep, right hand can go to the top of my left femur, or I can grab my shin just to help it with that rotation. Okay, so from here, so you got this line, the spine of your tibia, right, running across. You can even rest your chin on your hand if that helps. I'm just gonna externally rotate just at that tibia, nothing else is moving. And then I'm gonna internally rotate. Externally rotate, rotate, rotate out. Internally rotate, rotate in. So one more, if you want to use both hands, just to really guide it into more. Again, you're always gonna have more passive, right? So you're gonna be able to pull out into more than you'd be able to just rotate on your own. Internally rotate, tibia rotates in. Feel that spine of that tibia rotating. Okay, from here, let's go full car. So I'm gonna hook, grab from there, you can lean back just a little bit, but again, sit tall, right? So use that arm for good stability here. I'm gonna hook here, hook there, and then I'm going to externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, flex. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, flex. From here, we're staying in internally rotated position. Again, foot and ankle may move a little bit, that's okay, they're all connected. We're just trying to really isolate the knee as much as we can. Internal rotation, and then I'm going to take the hand, pull it out external. I still want to actively, so even though I'm using my hand, I still want to actively try to guide it internally as well. We're trying to build that awareness, build that connection between the brain and the knee rotation. Here, let's do one more. Internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, flex. Okay, from there we can go up to our 90-degree position. So not all the way up here, just about right there. You can hook, so 2 reps. Internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation. Find your end, kind of push into that. Anytime you're doing capsule cars, really any types of cars, we're always trying to expand that range of motion. So even here, I'm gonna find what my end of internal is. I'm gonna kind of keep pushing into it. There, I externally rotate, find that end, push into that. That's how we, over time, build awareness in deeper ranges of motion, expand that mobility, and create more available workspace, right? So our workspace is capacity to move, right? So from here, let's go hook, 135 or so. I'm going to, so you can hook there, I'm gonna internally rotate, externally rotate, internally rotate, externally rotate. Let's go internal one more time, because that's what most people need more of. Continue trying to internally rotate as I flex that knee and come down. Very, very nice. Okay, from there, go some ankle cars. So the ankle cars you could do from the same position, right? So you could still do the ankle cars from here, holding that shin in place, and then working from there, which we'll come back to later in today's class. We're going to start from a straight leg position. So, like we said, when the leg is straight, I'm not going to be able to internally and externally rotate my tibia. So from this motion of my leg is all coming from my femur, okay? It's just like we said there, right? So what we're trying to do is really isolate the ankle from the rest of the body, right? So by locking out my knee, I know my femur is, or I know my tibia is not going to be contributing to that motion, but the femur definitely still could, right? So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to hold my femur with my leg to make sure that as I'm rotating the ankle, the femur is not going along for the ride, right? So just set the calf on top of the side of the other foot, hold that femur, plantar flexing my ankles, so that's like pressing down on that gas pedal. We'll hang out there for a second. And just like we did the other ones, we're just gonna start with capsule cars. Okay, so inside of that foot goes in, trying to continue to press down as much as you can. So you should feel some good outer ankle step going right there. This may cause some foot cramps if you're not used to being in a deep plantar flex position. That's okay. Like we said in past classes, that's just neurological confusion. Let's just go back in and back out. So neurological confusion is just our body is not comfortable being there. It's not familiar with that, so it sends that signal to hook and cramp. So that's okay. The more you do it, the more you're gonna be able to move into it without that cramp sensation. It just takes time, it takes practice, it takes familiarity being in that position. So from there, we just went in and out, plantar flexed. Now we're gonna come up again, what was that, 135 from here, so about half, so not fully dorsiflexed, but about halfway up. And then again, from here, this is more inversion, so foot rotates in, and then eversion, foot rotates out. 3 reps here, inversion, eversion, inversion, eversion, all the way up. Dorsiflexion, you can sit tall here. I'm just gonna think, imagine my foot's like a satellite, right? So I don't wanna just go in, I wanna think rotate the whole instep of my foot in, whole instep of my foot out. Good, even though this doesn't seem like it, this is true ankle rotation. So the better my ankle can rotate into inversion, eversion, the better I'm gonna be able to plantar flex and dorsiflex, which is what we need for good squats, good lunges, really good gait, really everything that we do with our lower body, right? Which is everything. Okay, from here, full cars here. Okay, so I'm gonna go down, foot rotates in while I still point down. I'm gonna continue to point down, go in, and now stay in and come up. Stay in, come up, stay up, come over the top while I start to go out. Stay out. You may get a crack here like I do. Press down. Let's go 2 more of that same direction. In, stay in, come up. Everything else stays still except that ankle. Come out. Point down. 1 more. Imagine you got like a magic marker on that big toe. Now I'm just trying to draw the biggest, cleanest possible circle that I can. Coming out. Down and through and reverse. So come down and out, stay out, come up, stay up, go in, down. We got 2 more. Draw that nice clean circle here. Good, healthy, functioning ankles. 1 more, stay out, come up, around, biggest possible circle you can. And relax. You should feel a good burn all the way around that kind of capsule of that ankle. That's really what we're working, right? So like we said, better we can rotate this way and this way, the better we can flex and extend. Okay, so we're just going to switch legs. So I'll switch sides for you. From here, like we said, ankle's locked out. Calf is on the side of my other foot. Once you get good at these and you know you can move your ankle without your femur moving, you can start to kind of lean back on your hands. It's a little bit easier, more comfortable, of course. But we don't want to sacrifice comfort, or we don't want to sacrifice movement for comfort, right? So if I'm still rotating at my femur, I don't want to just lean back and kind of let that happen. Right? So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to start just the capsule cars. So I'm going to hold that femur. You can hook the hands under like I did. You can just hold them here. You can hold it at the shin, whatever allows you to get good grasp of that leg to make sure nothing else moves. Plantar flex that ankle. Now I'm just going to work internal, external. Internal, you may notice one ankle moves better than the other. That's okay. External, you may have cramped on one side, you don't cramp on the other. You may have cramped on the other. Or maybe you may cramp on this side and not the other. It's okay. We just know we're trying to collect data so we know what to do when we work on our pills, rails, and cars going into the future, right? So here, about halfway up. Okay, we're not all the way up, we're about halfway. Let's just go in, out, in, out, in, out. And there, up. You may notice your toes do kind of funky stuff here too. That's okay. As you do it more, you like we said with other cars, right? You can do it with a flexed position. You can do it extended. You can even like hold like a pen in between your toes. I've seen people like hold like marbles and individual toes. That gets really kind of funky. That's definitely gonna make your foot cramp. But it's all about doing them from different positions, right? So it's getting familiar, getting comfortable with all positions, because you never know positions your body's going to have to go into. So you want to be able to control, stay injury free in all ranges, right? So here we're going out, and rotate more. So you should feel the inside of the ankle rotating, and then feel the stretch outside. Last one, rotate out. And let's go into full ankle crunch here. We're going 3 each direction. Plantar flex. From there, rotate in, stay in, come up, stay up, come out, out, and down. 2 more that same direction. Down and in, and then up and over, up and out and down. 1 more, biggest one yet, make it burn. Get stronger at the end positions of rotation as I come out and down, and let's reverse, out, up, in, down, out, up, in, down. Last one, biggest possible circle. Draw that circle with your big toe around and squeeze. Good. Very nice. So that was our knee capsule cars and our knee full cars. We got ankle cars and ankle capsule cars. So we could just stop the video there, and that would be everything that most people should work on a daily basis, right? The more you can do knee cars, the more awareness you can build of your internal external rotation, and then getting your full flexion extension with the knee, working your ankle capsule cars in all different positions, working full ankle cars. Like we said, the more you can do that, in your daily life, whether it's first thing in the morning, which I encourage everybody to do with their morning cars routine, whether it's pre-workout, especially depending on the workout that you do, right? So if you're doing, gym lower body workout, definitely work on ankles and knees. If you're gonna go, for a trail run, if you're gonna really anything that you do with your body, cars is the best place you can start. So like I said, we could just end there and that would be good. But from now, we're gonna go into some kind of more awareness into ankle flex extension. We're gonna get some knee flexion, and then we'll start with some knee rotation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take bottom hand, the same side leg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull, so take my hand across, I'm gonna pull my knee into more internal rotation. Okay, so it's gonna be a pills rails. We're not gonna do full, 2-minute stretch, anything like that. We just wanna gain awareness of some contraction into my internal external rotation of my knee. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold just like this. So this hand comes across, grabs outside of my foot here. I don't want to just pull on the ankle, right? So that is something we could do as well, right? But for now, we just want to get dorsiflexion here, ankle, knee together. I'm going to pull into more internal rotation of my knee. So instead of just grabbing at the top of the foot, kind of grab like the side of the foot there. So as I rotate into internal rotation, you're feeling all this stuff up the outside of that leg. I'm just going to hold here. Again, we can hold that stretch for about 2 minutes, and then we can do our true pillow drills. We're just gonna do some isometrics from this position. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna take a breath in, get a good grasp here, and then start to pull into more internal rotation. Get a good stretch there, okay? From there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive my right foot, this foot here, into my hand. Okay, so I'm gonna hold and drive into that hand doesn't let it move. I'm just contracting all this stuff here. And we're gonna hold for about 10-15 seconds, and then I will work to actively internally rotate, not from just my foot. The foot will move a little bit. I'm trying to actively pull into more internal rotation to try to pull my foot and ankle off of my hand. Okay, so hook, grab the bicep. This hand grabs the outside of the leg. Sit tall, work into internal rotation. You won't have a whole lot of internal rotation, as much as you can, and then start driving out into that hand. We're just gonna build that traction up for 10, and then we'll do those rails for 10. 8, keep driving into that hand. Keep driving into that hand. Keep going, hands trying to pull, so it doesn't let it move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rotate in, try to pull off that hand. You won't have a whole lot. You may get a couple millimeters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right knee, like I'm trying to pull it in this way. It's not going to be a whole lot of tension, but just enough to not let my femur move. And then I'm going to take my same side hand, grab the inside of my foot. So now this hand pulls this way slightly, nothing crazy. This hand pulls out slightly just to get me into my max external rotation. I'm not trying to like rip it apart, right? That's definitely not something we ever want to do, right? But from here, just tension in, this tension's out, and that allows this leg to stay still while this leg tibia pulls into external rotation. So like we said in the beginning of the class, you may not have thought that you need to rotate this way, but this is actually a requisite motion for flexion and extension. Okay, so we're here in this position, which should be one set like the other one. So take a breath in. 10 seconds, we're driving foot into hand. Hand doesn't let it move, right? So even hand tries to pull it out more, but this foot's driving in, so you're getting good tension there. And then my rails, I'm trying to externally rotate more, pull my foot off of my hand. Okay? From here, take a breath in, brace that core, and then start driving foot into hand, hand into foot. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Try to rotate that foot away from the hand. Hand stays still, but I'm not pulling anymore. Now foot rotates, try to pull off, try to rotate into more external rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So you can go back to some capsule cards there. You may notice a little bit more awareness of internal external rotation. You may notice you got a little bit more space than when you started the class. Force into those tissues, and that's definitely necessary. You want to create change, right? So from here, we're going to go back to the other leg. I'm hooking. I will pull, so left hand hooks under left leg. Left hand grabs right bicep. Right hand grabs the outside, not just the top of my toes, but the outside of my left ankle. I will rotate into more internal rotation, right? It's very little, right? But it's all coming from that knee, okay? Here, again, foot is trying to pull an internal rotation. Hand will be trying to drive out against that foot. And then what I'm going to do for my rails contraction is pull that foot into more internal rotation, but not just of the foot, but from the whole tibia, trying to pull off that hand that stays still, and I'm trying to rotate internally more. So we're just going to 10 seconds each way for this one, and then we'll go to our external rotation focused. So here, hand grabs bicep, right hand grabs outside of left foot, go internally rotate as much as your body will allow. There, start driving out into that hand. Build that up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, hands trying to pull it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails trying to pull off that hand. Internally rotating, heel stays down. Rotate that tibia internally for 5. You're trying to get more in 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out. And then switch the hands, right? So left hand grabs, comes around, grabs instep of the foot. Right hand grabs outside of left knee. Again, I'm not trying to twist them apart, right? I'm only just trying to keep this leg still while I pull this leg into external rotation of this femur, of this tibia here. And then my pales driving in. Hand tries to pull it out more, so they're kind of pressing up against each other. And then rails try to rotate into external rotation more. Hand stays still, and I'm just trying to pull my foot away from my hand. Okay, so from here, grab, get tall, externally rotate that tibia, Get nice and tall here. From there, start pressing out into it here. 10, 9, and foot press together. Press together, press together, press together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rail. Try to pull that foot off that hand. Knee stays still and just rotate off that hand. Hand stays still, foot rotates out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go back to some of those tibia cars. Into out, into out. Okay, from there, let's go back to my right knee. We'll just do one set of some flexion and extension work. So if you have a block, you can use that under your head. If not, you can just use your arm. So a lot of us may not have blocks, so that's okay. I'm gonna go here. Right hand grabs the front of my ankle, my shin. And I'm just gonna pull. I don't want to arc my back, right? So just pull into knee flexion. Okay, if you don't have a whole lot of knee flexion, you can use a strap, you can use a shirt, you can use a towel, something that allows you to kind of hook it around. We're not trying to go max end range today. Okay, we're just trying to get a good exposure to this position. So you feel a good stretch on the quadricep here. What we're going to do is just pills. We'll be driving my foot down into my hand, like I'm trying to do this, right? And the rails, trying to pull my heel to my butt. Okay, so that would be flexion, extension, pills, rails for my knee. Okay, so from here, take a breath in. Start driving foot down into that hand. Hand goes into that foot. Build that contraction up. We're just going a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rail. Try to pull that knee towards that butt. Make that hamstring cramp. If you've never done this before, this will be quite a new feeling. Hand stays still, but I'm trying to pull that foot away. I'm trying to pull actively with my heel closer to my butt. Keep pulling, pulling. More knee flexion. More knee flexion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come out of that. If you've never done that before, that would be a good hamstring crampy feeling. We're going to switch to the other side. So the left knee now, so the leg that we're working is going to be the leg that's up, right? So from here, my arm is the pillow, body's nice and straight. Grab the front of that ankle or that shin. Body's straight, ribs are down, core's engaged. I don't want to be arching my back here. Body stays tight. And get a good stretch. Normally we go for about 2 minutes. We will do in future classes, we will do 2 minutes of these. We're just trying to get a good stretch here, get a good kind of exposure to knee flexion extension, and then you get a good kind of feeling of what is called short range hamstring contractions, which is my heel pulling towards the butt. And from there, body's tight, take a breath in, start driving foot and ankle into the hand, hand into the foot, build that up, start slow, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50, 60, 70, so 3, 2, 1, let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails, heel towards the butt, pull, 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 keep pulling, hand stay still, but I'm just trying to get light in that hand, pull my heel towards that butt for 5, 4, make that hamstring cramp, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so that was slight knee pills rails, and that was some knee flexion extension pills rails. We're just going to finish with some more ankle cars. We're going to hook, similar to the knee position that we did before. Grab the bicep. We're going to hold that tibia in place now, so this won't be able to move. Like we said, if we're locked out, the tibia won't move. But if I'm in this knee flex position, as I go around this, my tibia is going to want to move. So we're going to hold. I'm going to flex. Let's do 3 reps each direction. Each foot ankle cars. In future classes, we will do just ankle work for 30 minutes. Today, we just want to get exposure to what ankle cars and ankle capsule cars and knee cars and knee capsule cars. Got some knee pills and rails introduced. Just go nice and slow. Make sure we go both directions. Slower the better. Switch. So in future classes, we will do dorsiflexion pails and rails. We will do some plantar flexion pails and rails. We have different positions. We're going to be throwing some toe work into those as well. So from here, hook, grab, tibia, plantar flex, internally rotate. Make sure the tibia doesn't move. Just work that ankle. Round, one more this way. Good, and reverse. Draw that big circle. And you notice the ankle moves differently in this position than it did straight out. That's okay. Next one. And down. Very good. That was a good 30-minute knee ankle focused class. Like I said, we will just have our knee focused classes. We will just have our ankle focused classes. We just want to get some good exposure to what those do and what rotation is. It's kind of introduction to pails and rails. So again, if you more you do the pails and rails, or the more you do the cars, the better, right? And the better your pails and rails are going to feel. Pails and rails is really how we expand that range of motion to get more true mobility and active range over those positions, over those ranges. So again, thank you for joining me in today's class. I hope to see you at the next one.